Well, many same-sex couples want to formalise their relationship, and that can be either through a civil partnership or by getting married. It's been possible to get married as a same-sex couple since the 29th of March 2014. But what's important is to think about what rights as a gay couple will you get and what the responsibilities are in relation to the same before you embark on such an important step. Before you enter into a civil partnership or a marriage, it's important to think about the finances and property of you both. This can be regulated by a prenuptial agreement or a pre-registration agreement in the case of a civil partnership. Now, whilst these are not legally binding on the court, the trend recently has been for the court to give effect to these, particularly when they've been written before the parties have entered into a marriage or a civil partnership, and especially when they've had the benefit of independent legal advice each. If you enter into a civil partnership, there are a number of rights and responsibilities that flow from that. You would be able to acquire parental responsibility for each other's children. You would be recognised as civil partnership for the purposes of immigration. You'd receive joint treatment for income-related benefits and would be entitled to joint state pensions. Upon the death of a civil partner, the affairs of that partner are legally regulated. If the relationship broke down upon dissolution, you would need to consider the distribution of assets and property, and also the arrangements in respect of the children, such as residence and contact. There are a number of ways in which gay people can become parents. If you're thinking of adoption, you may find it helpful to attend a local information evening held by the local authority in the area in which you live, where they give you information on the options. There are also private adoption agencies who may be able to assist. For lesbians who do not want the involvement of a father, a licensed clinic may be a good option. Sometimes this is considered expensive through a private clinic, but there are also options within the NHS. It's worth noting there's a huge variation between clinics in terms of cost, where the donor sperm may originate from, and the donor information you are given. It's important to know with any arrangement through a clinic that the children can attempt to trace the donor when they are aged 18. For private arrangements, which involve a father, these can be more unpredictable and harder to regulate. I have met clients over the years who've talked about using a donor, but not through a clinic, and in these situations, the donor is considered the father. And as the father, he can apply for a child arrangement order to regulate contact and residence arrangements and for parental responsibility. For some families, the involvement of a father is what they want. It may be helpful in these cases to have a preconception agreement between everybody. These are not legally binding to the court, but show the intention of all parties involved.